Hello, friends. This is Brad again, and I hope you guys are doing well and happy. And happiness is why I'm doing this video today. You know, I told you many weeks ago. My first video was fear and panic, and I wanted to reduce it because I really believe it. And then few some other videos, I said you should just laugh. Well, as we're coming to the other side of this corona panic, I'm very happy to share something with you that somebody just shared with me. And they were saying, Brad, what you were saying about this laughter actually has a scientific basis. And I go, what is that? And I was never very good at science in my school, so I was very interested to listen and try to learn. I won't be able to say it as well as this gentleman told me because he was using big words. But let me tell you in a lay person's words what he's basically said. He said, look, our bodies have, I think, like 50 trillion cells inside our body. And every day they die too, cells, because you have hair loss, you have skin loss, you have other reasons that you're losing all these thousands and millions of cells. Then why don't we just die very quickly? And he said, because we have another cell in our body, these are stem cells. So he told me that the scientist did an experiment where he took one cell, one stem cell, and he just within 10 hours the stem cell becomes two cells and then four cells and goes on, and within 10-12 hours he has like 30,000 cells. So he took those cells and then he put them in three different petri dishes, right? So some cells become they just from the same cell. Some cells, depending on the medium, the environment, they become skin cells. Some become fat cells. Some become muscle cells. And so he says, so basically that's what's happening inside us, is that we have the stem cells that are keep regenerating. And he says, but that brings up to a question as to then, like he created this medium or environment in the lab, the chemistry. He says, what is the chemistry that is inside us that is doing it? He said, our chemistry is the blood. And so he said, okay, if the chemistry is the blood, then who is the chemist? He said, the chemist is the brain. Our brain is the chemist that is controlling, is helping these. He said, but what is the medium? What is he creating? This is the most beautiful part of what he said. It is just gives me the heebie-jeebies just to even say it to you. He said the thing that accelerates depending on what is happening with our bodies and affecting these stem cells is the picture, the information that we put inside that the brain sees. He sees that picture and then translates that into our blood to do what it is. So imagine if somebody's telling you, we're all going to die, you will have no job, you have no money, you have this, you have that, it releases some awful types of stuff that goes inside your body, and you will become sicker and sicker. But if you imagine good pictures, you laugh, you see positivity, you look at even in Corona, right? Look at how clean the air is becoming. The most polluted rivers are getting healthier. I saw some pictures of animals coming out. Read about in Belgium, they could tell the earth a functionality that they could only find from like 12 feet deep when everything was moving around. So it's not, so even with Corona, there are benefits. I talked to a very dear friend of mine, and he told me today something that just touched my heart. He said, and he's a very big businessman and successful man. He says, Brad, but my daughter suffers from asthma, and this is the first year that she's had no derogatory effect, a bad effect, because the air is so dirty in their city. And imagine that. What can be worth more than that? What can possibly be worth more than that? So my point is they're positive, but imagine what he's saying is that these pictures that we are so laughter and imagination of happiness, imagination. He says that's why when you see people in love, they glow, they look, they're very attractive because they're emanating, their stem cells are generating a very, I don't know the right word for it, but there's a big long word. But the fact, layperson's words, more positive imagery that you put in your mind, the more positive effect it will have on us. Therefore, when people tell us, and we keep watching TV and they keep telling you, oh, so many millions dead, so many more will die, so many this and those, it is affecting us in a bad way. And like I said, money, let's say, honestly speaking, staying at home, business is destroyed. Think not of it because it's money. It's not. It will change, right? So, and what can you do about it? So, best is think positive. Look at positivity. Look at comedy. Don't look at those horrible, shows that show all this strife and what are they called? Soap operas. I always would fight with my wife. Don't watch these things, please. Okay, but now it's quote unquote scientific proof. It's not just an opinion of Brad. These are scientists who are doing this experiments with and saying this is what's. By now we know a lot about stem cells. So it just makes me very happy. And like I said, you already know that the government is already talking about let's open up, let's open up. So anyway, so you know that they were not exactly right. But right now it's not the matter. The matter is I'm sharing with you what I shared with you much earlier, but now it's a more scientific basis, quote unquote. And I'm sure you can Google it and find out more about it. But that the more positive things we think, more beautiful things, pictures in our mind, humor in our mind, will translate into a healthier, happier you. And that's I wish you that very, very much. I wish you that and to your family. So good luck, enjoy yourself. We are on to a much, much better future. Okay? Bye.